Hi, good day. My name is Jill Fontaine, and I'll be presenting my teaching project as a new academic. So, just to give you a picture of myself in relation to the whole higher education space, I'm a lecturer within the biomedical engineering department in the Faculty of Health Sciences, University of Cape Town. So, when I applied for the job, I had my head in the cloud. I had my own baggage that I brought with me and some skills when I applied for the position, but I had an ambitious plan. I had a dream to be a successful academic, and the road to UCT was long that I'm never going to get to be an academic. But regardless, I was able to start at UCT. So once at UCT, the bombs started falling. And the first of which was that there was no handover from the previous person to me. And there was numerous issues such as no marking and some name calling. I was called a newbie and I wouldn't be able to do this job. In addition, I learned about this big word called decolonization, austerity measures, and basically there was no funding for any activities but teaching. I also was around when there was a huge fees must fall initiative at UCT and occupy the Faculty of Health Sciences. But despite all of the challenges, I had to let go of things that I couldn't change and focus on the things that I could. And I decided to invest my energy in that I could change with the limited resources and that I had at my disposal. So I looked at the curriculum redesign to aid in improving the healthcare technology management course. So my initial findings of what was available to me was that one, the WHO framework of a health system suggests that health technology is very important. There's a need for the course as it is the only one globally. The course contents was not available to me, and the same course has been offered in its exact same format for the past 15 years, and there was no opportunities beyond a postgraduate diploma. With this information in mind, I asked myself, so what now? I used my baggage, my inherent skills, my work experience, um, most of which was as a researcher, and asked the questions why is things the way it is? How should it be? Who should be doing it? When, where, and what should I? And I looked immediately based on the information that I had to look at curriculum design and review. So I familiarized myself with the existing curriculum and looked at the learners that was involved, the community, as in the institutional community and the institutional framework, the content, where it should be, what is happening in that particular area, and look at some of the leaders in this field and what they've been publishing. So I consulted with the literature and I started doing the curriculum redesign. And I started this by mapping the existing content. I looked at the students' expectations, the existing resources to me, and I designed the course outcomes. I streamlined the course to ensure that it's integrated, aligned to what the existing problems are. I engaged the students in terms of doing internships and postgraduate studies. I looked at their needs, the employment opportunities available to them, expectations, and the opportunity to grow. As a teacher, I have my own research focus. I had no funding and applied for funding. I looked at the evidence base and I looked at the students' experiences and I built that into the program. And through the use of technology, I was able to change some of the components of the course, but there's also a contact time required. And I then used all of the existing resources and created some new resources with no funding opportunities, just sitting lots of time, spending lots of time in front of the computer to do that. So I done the curriculum design based on various curriculum models. I looked at having the subject-based process model, the problem-centered model, the student-centered model, and I tried to incorporate as many different models with always with the student in mind and the end goal of what this course was, its aim was to do. I looked at learning theories, what employment opportunities for the student, the institutional framework, and I basically tried to design the curriculum based on that type of framework. So what has been achieved? I've reduced the duplication in the previous curriculum, and this has been submitted and approved, and it's been implemented in 2017. I integrated the course. So the course is designed such that each course is a building block onto the following one. So, for example, students do a mini dissertation which needs to be handed in at the end of the year, but they do a health technology assessment which teaches them the basic research skills. So they develop their proposal in the first semester and conduct their research over the break, the mid-year break, and hand in their mini project towards the end of the year. I also use the students' course expectations, and I keep on using that to evaluate the course throughout the year based on am I meeting the expectations from what do they want to get out of this course. I also have submitted an application for postgraduate courses, and this has been approved for the MPhil and PhD in HTM. I've applied for research funding to help strengthen the research and the prestige of the actual program, and it's been successful. And I use technology extensively in terms of Vula, so e-learning platforms for online learning within the course. So my future milestones is for myself. I would like some formal training in teaching and learning, more evaluations for each module after each session with the student is to be conducted, interdisciplinary learning, more practical training, involvement of industry, and creating a training for the course. So what do I take away from the program? NAP is a very important program. It has provided support to me. It's acknowledgement for the contribution that I bring to the HTM program. It's validated that although what I have had done haphazardly, or not haphazardly, but what I've done without having the theoretical framework behind me is actually on the right path. I've been encouraged to continue along this line. And then there's a dedicated team of people in the NAP team to support me through my new journey as an academic. And this NAP program has literally saved me. So the light at the end of the tunnel is not an illusion. The tunnel is the illusion. So thank you, NAP.